Hello everyone, I'm Shrikanya, working as an assistant professor in EC department from Engineering College Bikaner. In this lecture, we are discussing about feedback amplifiers. So before proceeding with the concept of feedback, it is useful to classify amplifiers into four broad categories. Those are voltage amplifier, current amplifier, transconductance amplifier, transresistance amplifier. In this slide, figure A shows the voltage amplifier. This shows Thevenin's equivalent circuit of two-port network, which represents an amplifier. If the amplifier input resistance Ri is large compared with the source resistance Rs, then Vi is almost equal to Vs. If the external load resistance RL is large compared with the output resistance R0 of the amplifier, then V0 is almost equal to the AV into Vi. So this amplifier provides a voltage output which is proportional to the voltage input and the proportionality factor is independent of the magnitude of the source and load resistances. Such circuit is called as a voltage amplifier. If you consider ideal voltage amplifier must have infinite input resistance and zero output resistance. The symbol AV is represents V0 by Vi with RL is equal to infinity and hence represents the open circuit voltage amplification or gain. And in this slide, figure B shows the current amplifier. Similarly to the voltage amplifier, an ideal current amplifier is defined as an amplifier which provides output current proportional to the input signal current, and the proportionality factor is independent of RS and RL. An ideal current amplifier must have input zero resistance and infinite output resistance R0. So this current amplifier is Norton's equivalent of a ideal current amplifier. So where AI is equal to IL by II. This AI is equal to what? IL by II. With load resistance RL is equal to 0. So in ideal case, the input source impedance is 0, output load impedance is infinite. If it is in the practical case, source impedance is very less and load impedance is very, very high. Now coming to the figure C. Figure C represents the transconductance amplifier and similar to the voltage and current amplifier, transconductance amplifier supplies the output current which is proportional to the input source voltage independent of the magnitudes of the RS and RL. So here also similar to the voltage and current amplifier, if it is ideal case, both input and output impedances are infinite. If it is the practical case, both input and input source impedance as well as output load impedance are very high. And the figure D shows the trans resistance amplifier. In ideal trans resistance amplifier, output voltage is proportional to the input current. Here also, in ideal case, both output source impedance, output load impedance, input source impedance both are 0. If it is practical case, both input source impedance and output load impedance are very less. This is the summarization of the summarized table for the ideal amplifier characteristics. If we have seen the voltage amplifier, the transfer characteristics is denoted with the A suffix V, which is equal to V0 by Vs, which means both input and output signals are denoted in terms of voltages. And input impedance and output impedance in ideal cases are infinite and 0 respectively. If it is practical case, input impedance is very high and output impedance is very low. And if you have considered if you have considered the current amplifier, the transfer characteristic is denoted with the A suffix I, that is equal to output load current by input source current IL by IS. And if it is ideal case, both input impedance and output impedance are 0 and infinity respectively. If it is the practical case, input impedance is very low and output impedance is very high. And transconductance amplifier, in transconductance amplifier, the transfer characteristics is denoted with the G suffix M, that is equal to output load current by input source voltage. For such amplifier, input impedance and output impedance both are very high. In practical case, if it is ideal case, both are infinite. And the last one is trans resistance amplifier. In trans resistance amplifier, the transfer characteristics is denoted with the R suffix M, that is equal to V0 by Vs, V0 by Is. And input impedance and output impedance, if it is practical case, both are very high. If it is ideal case, both are 0. Now, in the preceding slides, we have summarized the properties of 4 basic amplifier types. In each one of these sections, we may sample output voltage or current by means of suitable sampling network and apply this signal to the input through a feedback two-port network. At the input, feedback signal is combined with the external signal through a mixer network and it is fed into the amplifier proper. So this is the block diagram of the feedback amplifier. In the block diagram of the feedback amplifier, you can see different blocks. One is signal source, comparator or mixer network, basic amplifier and sampling network, and feedback network. So now discuss these blocks in clear. In this signal source in this signal source is a block in which signal voltage source voltage is in series with the source resistance, and it can be a current source with parallel source resistance. And next one is feedback network. The feedback network usually a passive two-port network which may contain resistors, capacitors and inductors. Most often it will be a simply resistor configuration. And next one is basic amplifier, means already we have discussed 4 basic types of amplifier. Either it can be a voltage amplifier, either it can be a current amplifier, either it can be a trans resistance, or it can be a transconductance amplifier. Now we'll discuss what are these comparator or sampling network, comparator mixer network and sampling network. Sampling network. What is sampling network? 2 sampling blocks are shown in the figure. The first one is voltage sampling and other one is the current sampling. In voltage sampling is also denoted with the node sampling. In this type of sampling system, the output is sampled by conducting feedback network in shunt across the output. You can see here in this figure, the feedback network is connected in shunt across with the output voltage. If it is a voltage sampling, and if it is a current sampling, the feedback network is connected in series with the output network. Now comparator or mixer network. Mixer network or comparator network, either like sampling, it is also 2 types of mixings are there. One is series mixing and other one is shunt mixing. This comparator or series network is basically a differential amplifier. It can be a comparator circuit. If it is a series mixing, this feedback output signal is in series with the source voltage. If it is a shunt mixing, the feedback output signal is in shunt with the input current. Now we'll see what is the transfer gain with feedback. Okay, so now let us simplify this feedback network with simple example. Let us consider a adder in place of mixer adder or adder network. Okay, let us consider a input signal as xs, and the after the mixer network the input is given to the basic amplifier is denoted with the xi, and the output is denoted with the x naught, and for the feedback network the output is fed back, and the signal which is coming from the feedback network is denoted with the xf. Okay, so here the overall basic amplifier is simply denoted with the x naught by xi, because the basic amplifier output is x naught and basic amplifier input is xi. Okay, so a is equal to what? X naught by xi, where xi is equal to what? This is the output of the mixer network. For the mixer network you have given the two inputs, one input is the xs and other input is the xf. Okay, so here xi is equal to what? Xi minus xf. Okay, so a naught x naught is equal to a into xi. What is xi? Xs minus xf. If you substitute this one, x naught is equal to what? A into xs minus beta x naught, because xf is the output of the feedback network. So xf is equal to, can be written it as beta into x naught, where beta is the gain of the feedback network. So xf can be denoted with the beta into x naught. So this xf is replaced by the beta into x naught. So x naught is equal to a into xs minus a beta into x naught. If you have taken the x naught common, and if you have write the expression for x naught will become what? Simply xs into a by 1 plus beta a. So where if you have taken this xs to the right hand side, so x naught by xs will become a by 1 plus a beta. So that is what? Gained with feedback. So that is denoted with the a suffix f. A suffix is what? Gain with feedback is equal to the actual output voltage x naught by actual input signal x naught by xs, that is equal to what? A by 1 plus a beta. This is the transfer gain with feedback is denoted with the a suffix f, that is equal to a by 1 plus a beta. If it is a simple basic amplifier, uh, gain without feedback is denoted with the a, that a is equal to what? A naught by x naught by xi. Now see that there are the basic types of feedback. First, basically this feedback can be a two types of feedback. One is the positive feedback and other one is the negative feedback. What is positive feedback? Positive feedback means whatever the input signal is given and whatever the feedback signal is coming from the feedback network, both are in the same phase. In this case I have taken the opposite phase. If both are in the same phase, that is said to be positive feedback. If input signal and feedback signal are both are in the opposite phase, then it is said to be negative feedback. This positive feedback is generally used in the oscillators, that will be discussed in the further sessions. Now we are concentrating on the negative feedback. In negative feedback, both source signal and feedback signal are in out of phase, or you can also say 180 degrees phase, or also you can say polarity is different. Okay, so in negative feedback I already discussed about the sampling. Okay, so in feedback means you are taking some part of the output fed back to the input. Okay, so that how you are feeding back, that is generally depending upon either you can take the voltage or either you can take the current from the output. Okay, the type of what is feedback, so then that it is different. It is denoted with the voltage negative feedback and current negative feedback. What kind of output is fed back to the input. Okay, again the feedback signal can be mixed with the input either in series manner and shunt manner, and similarly for the current negative feedback, either the input is in B series and input is connected may in the shunt with the feedback signal. Okay, so what are the advantages of, in this lecture we are only concentrating on the negative feedback. So what are the advantages of negative feedback? Before discussing about the negative feedback, so this is, see in this block diagram we took the source signal is in out of phase with the feedback signal. So hence it is actually block diagram for the negative feedback. So we have seen the transfer gain for the negative feedback is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. Suppose if it is a positive feedback, only the polarities will be different. It will become the plus. If it is the plus, it will become the xi will become the xs plus xf. If it is plus, at the end of the expression, gain with feedback is become what? A by 1 minus A beta. If it is a negative feedback, it will be A by 1 plus A beta. If it is a positive feedback, A by 1 plus A beta. So in this negative feedback, AF gain with feedback is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. This denominator term 1 plus A beta is always greater than 1. So when it is always greater than 1, the gain with feedback is always less than the this basic gain without feedback, or also you can say basic amplifier gain. Okay. So other than, so what you can say, negative feedback system gives the gain with feedback, that is A suffix f is lowered in comparison with the transfer gain A, that is the basic amplifier gain. So the voltage gain in a negative feedback is always reduced. Okay. So while negative feedback with reduced gain, also why we are preferring the negative feedback, still the gain with feedback is reducing. So we know that the main first concern about designing any amplifier is more gain, but still in negative feedback the gain is reducing. Why we are considering? Because there are number of improvements are obtained. The first one is input resistance is further improves, and it reduces the lower output resistance. It reduces the output resistance, and also it gives the stabilized gain, means the gain will be stabilized under the parameter variation also. And also the overall frequency response with feedback is improved, with negative feedback is improved. And also it gives the more linear operation, and noise will be reduced, and also it will reduces the non-linear distortion. Okay. Now depending upon the type of sampling and type of mixing, there are different kind of for feedback topologies. Okay. So there are I already explained, uh, um, if voltage is sampled, it will be denoted with the negative voltage feedback, and if the current is sampled, it will be denoted with the negative current sampling. If it is negative voltage feedback, again that whatever the feedback signal is there, that will be connected with the, that may be connected in series with the source, or that may be in connected shunt with the source. So depending upon the type of mixing, it is again further divided into voltage series feedback, and other one is denoted with the voltage shunt feedback. And similarly, and if it is in case of voltage, okay, if the sampling network is voltage, and this is the case for the sampling, if the sampling sample signal is current. Okay. If it is current sampling, again the feedback signal can be in series with the input, and or either it can be series shunt with the input. So depending upon the type of the mixing, again it can be current series feedback and current shunt feedback. So these are the feedback topologies. In these feedback topologies, the first one represents the voltage series feedback. See, either at the output side voltage is sampled, and that feedback signal is in series with the input. Okay. So this is denoted with the voltage series feedback. Okay. So whenever voltage is sampled, so output obviously will be considered as the voltage, and when it is in series with the input, here also you have to consider it as a voltage. So voltage series feedback, the gain with feedback denoted with the A suffix is equal to what? V naught by Vs. Okay. Next topology is voltage shunt feedback. In voltage shunt feedback, see, like similar to the voltage series feedback, the sampling is, voltage will be sampled here also, where voltage is sampled, but it is in shunt. When it is in the shunt feedback, voltage shunt feedback means the feedback signal is in shunt across the input. Whenever the shunt across the input, you have to consider the current. So here the A suffix f can be denoted with the V naught by Is. V naught by Is means it can be represent also trans resistance. Okay. So in this case, both input and output voltages, output signals are voltages. So hence the basic amplifier is considered as the voltage amplifier. But in this case, both output voltage and input voltage, both output signal is considered as a voltage, and input signal is considered as a current. Hence basic amplifier is considered as a trans resistance amplifier. Now coming to the current series feedback topology. In current series feedback topology, the name, the first term indicates the sampling. So here the current is sampled. So when the current is sampled, so obviously output is denoted with the current. Okay, and the feedback signal is in series with the input. Whenever it is series, you have to consider the input as the voltage. So here the output is current and input is the voltage. So A suffix F is can be denoted with the I naught by Vs. Okay, so this is what transconductance. So when such kind of feedback topology, the basic amplifier should be considered as a transconductance amplifier. And the last one is current shunt feedback. In current shunt feedback, the sampling will be done by current sampling, and also the feedback signal is in shunt with the input. So both output and input signals are considered as the current. In such case, A suffix F means the gain with feedback is equal to I naught by Is. So it is a current gain. So the basic amplifier is also considered to be current amplifier. So depending upon the type of topology, the basic amplifier should be chosen, because depending upon the type of topology, the output and input signals are changes. When output and input signals may be either voltage or either current, so depending upon the type of output voltage and output signal and input signal, the basic amplifier will be chosen. See in this you can see the parameters. Okay, summary of gain, feedback factor, and gain with feedback. Parameters, you can see gain without feedback, what is the feedback factor, and gain with the feedback. Okay, so we already know the gain without feedback is not with the A, feedback factor is represented with the beta, and gain with feedback is represented with the A suffix beta. If it is a voltage series, both the input and output signals are voltages. So gain without feedback is a V naught by Vi, and gain with feedback is V naught by Vs, and where beta is equal to what? Vf by V naught. Similarly for the all other topologies. Okay, and thank you. These feedback topologies will be explained in the next section very clear, and also will derive the expression for input impedance and output impedance, and what is the expression for gain with feedback in terms of gain without feedback, and also in feedback factors in the next class very clearly. Thank you so much.